please sit back and relax. We will be with you shortly. Yellows, and welcome everybody back live here to the good old couch. It's gonna be me, myself, H555, and my lovely co-host.
Anomaly.
Ladies and gentlemen, race 7 of the MSG League.
Definitely, Ace. I actually wasn't aware that it's race 7, but yes.
Yeah, we're officially on race 7 out of season 1.
I am aware that it is Circuit de la Sarthe.
Circuit de la Sarthe, people. Very famous for the 24-hour Du Mans.
Oh, okay. Is it like the Le Mans?
It is the Le Mans, yes.
Oh, cool,
So,
cool.
Great track. As you know, even me myself tried to do the 24-hour race on Gran Turismo 4.
Well, technically you did do it, Ace.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the hardware bombed.
Yeah, the hardware bombed out on the last 4 hours. So I did a 20-hour race.
Technically 21 hours, because you kept going for a little bit still.
Yeah, 21 hours for the Le Mans, which was very difficult though, but we actually got it. We got it at the end, I think.
We got it at the end there. Welcome there to Chat Shotguns 69 and Persephone.
Oh, we've got a support there for DGJ. One of our DCJ, I do believe.
Yeah, I think it should be DCJ, yeah.
But yeah, no, welcome. And of course, lovely to see some support there to the races.
Yeah.
DCJ, there we go. Yeah, okay, typo.
Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna redo it, Ace. DCJ, DCJ, DCJ.
Yeah, there we go. That's all that matters. So yeah, no, we've got a tricky one here this afternoon. As you can see here, the track is currently wet, so the possibility of it raining, even in race or in qualifier, is a possibility, which is going to make things a lot more difficult. But
it really is. It
also,
really
it's going
is.
to make things very interesting, though.
Shapas.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
All right,
Thank
so
you there,
we've sorted
Ace.
out our own audio problems here, so we don't have to necessarily shout at each other or you guys.
Yeah, it's funny because usually when Anomaly is watching series, my TV is like maxed out loud. But as soon as we do like the commentary, Anomaly's like, turn it down. I can't see.
That's, yeah, no, unfortunate but true.
I don't know if you guys also have to do that, but when I park, I need to turn down my music so I can see where I'm going.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I can vouch for her. She does that. She does do that. Ooh, Rife there displaying some sideways capabilities there on the Audi, which is also beautiful to see on track. You know, keeping control of the car.
I have with the rain, Ace, and specifically with the rain on this track, is that it's already hard enough to just pass on this track. It's a bit more, I believe, of a difficult track. And if it rains, we're going to be seeing like a lot of drifting.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, and that's, I think, the problem I have with the rain on this track.
They would like to keep the cars sideways, you know? But it seems that they are ready for the official server reset. I'm just quickly confirming.
Okay, cool. So we didn't do qualifier yet. We're going to do the reset and then qualifier.
Yep.
Coolness. I do see Persephone's asking, are they driving in the rain tonight? I think the chance is very likely, Persephone. I really do think. I actually want to say that I believe we're going to have a rain start.
It's possible. It's possible. But again, we can't necessarily give away all of the race information. We do have a formation lap going out here, and then of course just want to point out there to everybody, Kerry G Williams, his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Kerry G.
Of course, him leading the pack on his birthday, enjoying it, giving us some wiggles there. And then also the league creator and owner, Sonic42, he has his birthday tomorrow. Which is also, a great thing, Congratulations, everybody, Happy birthday. Hope it's going to be a great one.
It's funny that they're driving, that Kerry G's driving a race on his birthday. Like, I know the race can't be postponed because it's his birthday and all of that, but it's just like, it's your birthday. You want to celebrate. And I really do hope that Kerry G will be able to celebrate this evening.
Oh, yeah. No, most definitely. Kerry G this evening and in Sonic tomorrow. And, if both of them gets podiums as well, it's like a little gift for themselves, which they can celebrate also further on. So, yeah, no, it's definitely great. It's massive fun ultimately at the end. So, yeah, no, congratulations, guys. And once again, happy birthday. Now then, back to race talk. Wow.
Is that what we're calling it from now on, Ace?
Yeah,
I think we need to call it race talk.
So we actually had a talk to Rife from the end of the Bathurst race, which we thought he gave position back there to Shazam, if I'm not mistaken. He ran out of fuel on the last corner.
Yeah, so
on the track.
We got that little bit of information. We actually thought that he's being all sportsmanlike and like just giving people positions and being like, nah, it's fine. I'll catch up in 3 races. Don't stress about me, folks.
Yeah,
But yeah, Ace, he ran out of fuel.
He ran out of fuel and he literally crawled the car over the finish line, which was very funny though, but much worth it. So yeah, no, we had a very good laugh at the end of it. So it's again racing politics and the best kind of racing politics. Now, of course, we just need to mention to everybody out there who would like to tune in on the race live on board. It is currently being broadcasted from Sonic 42 GT7 side. So if you guys would like to join in on the stream that side to have an onboard experience with the drivers,
Yeah, just
get a
to hear
chance to
them
listen.
discussing.
Yeah, just hear them discuss the race out and, just have a nice onboard feel of the race.
Yeah,
You can
you're
always just
welcome.
head over there, that side. I do know that these guys are it's a friendly community they've got there. So you might just have a very good time.
Yeah, it's also a newbie friendly community, I want to add. So
Yeah.
even though this league is almost over, if you do want to join in for the 1 or 2 races that are left, you are welcome to contact Sonic or us, and we will put you in contact to join in.
We will put you guys through to join in that side. And then also, there's not just the one season. There's more than the one season.
Yeah, I do believe that
they've
there's
got more
more
seasons
seasons
down
up
the
and
road.
coming.
Yeah.
I think this was kind of like a little bit of a practice season, if I can put it like that, Ace. This is the practice lap of the seasons. I do believe. I think this is the season where all the little kings get sorted out and all the driftings can get over, because if next season there's going to be this amount of rain, Anomaly is going to cry us a river.
A lot of wet puns there, and I love it. I do see here we had a question asking what hardware do we guys use? We use currently.
The guys, not
well,
us.
I know some of them are on controllers, some of them are on wheels, Logitech G39s, Thrustmasters. It's all over the show. We've got controller drivers, we've got wheel drivers. Not 100% sure who's everybody using wheels and controllers. But
yeah,
it's very diverse at the end, though.
I believe in the beginning everybody was using a wheel, but we've got so many new races that joined in throughout the league. I'm gonna have to admit, Ace, that I'm also not completely sure. How many formation laps are they driving, Ace?
It's only one formation lap, but remember this track, one lap is almost 2 minutes long, almost 2 minutes 30 seconds long. So, we've got a little bump and grind there into the pit lane. That's going to stall everybody to get in. Oh, we've got Shazam facing the wrong way. Sonic just waiting it out for him to...
Yeah, I see Toy Story is a little bit... He's ready for it this evening. He and Sonic also had a little bit of a friendly competition there on the beginning of the formation lap. I see he's ready. He doesn't want to wait for these guys.
There we go. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. We're going to do the triple reset, everybody. Let's see.
We have a comment, Ace, wheels trump controllers.
Oh, yes, by far. By far, wheels trump controllers.
Wheels also Biden controllers.
There we go. That's what we wanted to see. So we do not need to change the lobbies.
JK. Luckily, Ace didn't hear that, you guys.
I definitely did not.
Did you guys hear that joke?
Okay, so we got the triple reset in. So now we're just waiting for everybody to join in. And then they are good to go for the qualifier. It's a 5-minute qualifier on a 2-minute 30 seconds track. So in essence, they've got one shot at this. They've got one shot at a quali. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that quali, though.
Definitely, Ace. Now, I know we're not allowed to play favorites, so I'm not saying favorites, but I'm really, really happy to see Saitama back up there this evening.
Yeah, Saitama back from having car troubles, so...
Yeah, so I'm really happy that Saitama's back. I'm happy to see Dan Gaming there as well. Dan Gaming did some very good laps in the previous race. Shazam also here again this evening. He had a rough start to the season. However, he has completely picked it up and brought it right back.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Game Bear is back as well. Had a little bit of a tough race last time.
Yeah.
But hopefully making up for it tonight. I'm happy that Toy Story is back. Sonic is always here, so I'm not even going to say I'm happy to see him. It just goes without
He's
saying.
the veteran, you know.
Yeah, it just goes without saying.
We love you, Uncle Sonic.
Yeah, so and then I do see we have Shadow back here this evening as well, having given some tough competition to the guys the previous couple of races. I'm seeing Rife there in position 9. I'm glad that Rife is back as well. He did so well. He leads the pack for such a long period of time in the races that I really do hope that his tire strategies works out for him this evening. And then Block, I don't believe we've seen Block drive, did we?
We did. Mount Panorama, yeah.
On Mount Panorama. And then I love seeing that turquoise car of DCJ up in there as well. So I am extremely happy this evening.
Oh, yeah. No, we've got a very, very good pack up in here. Just want to state there that DCJ, they had completed their formation laps. Now they're going to head over to qualifier laps. Yes, we know formation laps is before the race, not before a qualifier, but it's Gran Turismo 7. We need to do it a little bit more uniquely than...
We're just going to do a different deal with it.
There we go. And we've got Saitama leading the pack already.
Yeah, so he went out as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. As soon as possible. So Saitama currently trying to get that gap of clean air with Rife following suit. And then, of course, Sonic and Kerry G. Williams, our birthday boys for this evening. Following there with Toy Story closely behind. Again, these guys want to open up a little bit of air for each other in order not to underbrake or overbrake on each other on this track.
It does seem, however, Ace, that maybe not, or maybe all of them really does want to try to get as many laps in as possible for this qualifier, or just to see if they can get a good qualifying time, because by goodness, the gates weren't even completely open and they were already out on the track.
Oh yeah, no, but remember, we need to take in consideration the qualifier is only 5 minutes long. They technically have only time for one qualifying lap. So yeah, they want to get out as fast as possible. Maybe, just maybe, if they're fast enough, they would be able to get the car across the finish line for a second lap. But again, they need to fly, and I mean fly through the course in order to get that done. But again, anything can happen. It is racing.
Who's in front of Rife there, Ace?
It's Saitama currently and having a 1 second penalty. But remember, this is warm up. This is only
so it's only going to
This is only outlap. So not qualifying lap as of yet.
Okay, that's very a big relief there. That 1 second is not going to count against the qualifying time. So yeah, guys, if you did want to rack up some track limit penalties, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, literally now's the time to do it. But also not really far though, because the penalty line is coming up very closely. For these gentlemen, and after that they can't really get a penalty because it's going to count against them immensely.
Yeah, it really is, Ace. I do see there's a couple of them though. Does it look like track limits?
Yeah, no, these are all track limit penalties.
Unfortunately, but let's hope that this now sets the bar and the markers for where these guys know that the track limit penalties will be kicking in. I'm a big firm believer in experience. So if you do experience now that this is where the track limits are at, guys, don't do it. At least get your qualifier in first.
Yeah, just get it in first. But now we've got Saitama, who is approaching the start-finish line. Oh, we got a runoff there from...
A couple of runoffs.
from Toy Story and Rife and Kerry G. Williams. These guys, they played follow the leader, and the leader said, yeah, you know what, we're just going to go on the outside. But again, now this off-track penalty they received here will count towards their qualifying lap. So it's going to be a doozy of a drive here. Rife, of course, backing off a little bit, getting himself that clean air in order to ensure that he's got a
Yeah.
very, very good qualifying lap up there. Block also having clean air, which will definitely secure him a very good time for the qualifier. DCJ as well, but he is being followed there by Shadow, so hopefully they're not going to duke it out on track and just try to put up a fairly good qualifying time between themselves.
Yes, I have to agree with you there, Ace. I don't want these guys to start battling in the qualifying lap. I really do hope that they rather work together to ensure that they can get the best possible time for everyone.
Yeah.
And then to start the battles in the actual race.
Yeah, in the official race, that is. Yeah. So in qualifying, you're trying to keep out as much clean air as possible just to ensure that you do not compromise your position on track. But Saitama, again, here at front, having so much clean air, he's enjoying himself. Toy Story following suit, but claiming a 1 second penalty in total now. That is definitely going to count towards this qualifier lap, unfortunately.
Ace, how many laps is the race? Do we know?
The race isn't lap timed, it is physically 1 hour timed. So whoever crosses the finish line in first place after that 1 hour mark reaches, that's going to be the winner of the race.
Isn't that going to be a really hard race to plan a tire strategy around, Ace?
Yeah, so in essence, because it's such a huge track, you can't physically go in with the mindset of a tire strategy that's going to work, but they are going to have to go in with the mindset of, will their tires hold out as long as their fuel does? So ultimately, my point of advice to the drivers here would be, stay off of the softs completely, go on to the mediums and run the track on mediums.
Is it an option to not use the softs, Ace, or is
Yes,
it required?
it's not mandatory to use the softs on this track, no. So they can go onto the mediums and just run the long stints out. You know, try to gauge it as far as their fuel allows it.
Yeah. That's very good advice, Ace. I'm interested in seeing who will be applying it. You can definitely see that this track is not friendly towards soft tires, though. You can see the qualifier that's being run on the softs. We are only on the second lap, the first qualifier lap, and the tire wear is already starting to kick in a little bit there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think your advice, I would have definitely taken it.
Yeah, and also the other big thing is, we saw rain in practice.
Yes.
So we need to take that in consideration. The possibility for rain in the race itself is there. It exists.
But the thing about GTAs is that we're never guaranteed. We're never guaranteed whether that rain is coming. The dynamic weather system is really, really interesting.
All right, and there we go. We've got our first two cars across the line with Toy Story for 124.041.
Saitama,
324. Saitama with a 326.282. Kerry G. Williams with a 328.013. DCJ rocking in there with a 329.241. Block with a 331.962. We still have the backpack coming in here, and they've got their times logged in. We've got Game Bear with a 336.397. Sonic with a 337.716. Ripe with a 349.076. We're still waiting on Dan Gaming, Shazam, and Shadow to complete their laps.
Dan Gaming clocking with the fastest lap. Whoop,
with a 323. Oh, wow. What a podium.
What a last minute clock in there for Dan Gaming.
Yeah, no. Wow. That's hella. Well, it came out of left field. Especially looking at last week, Mount Panorama. Dan Gaming having a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, a little bit of a hard time, yeah.
But definitely showing the guys here today, hey, I'm here. Let's do this.
Do you have a grid to run through for
Yeah,
us
let's
quickly,
quickly run through the grid while the guys quickly do their final setups. It's going to be Dan Gaming with a 323.286, followed by Toy Story with a 324.041, Saitama with a 326.282, Gary G. Williams with
Happy
a
birthday, Kerry G!
328.013, DCJ with a 329.241, Block with a 331.962, Game Bear with a 336.397, Sonic with a 337.716.
Happy birthday tomorrow, Sonic!
And Rife with a 349.076, with Shazam and Shadow unfortunately not crossing that line.
Yeah, not able to
time.
put up that qualifying time. That's a very, very, like, I don't want to say mistake, like a jammerte.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
There is the word.
There we go. And we've got the go ahead. We've got the race start, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rocky and or rolly.
Guys, ready?
Let's quickly get our display up in there. Let's see what these guys are doing. We've got Dan Gaming, followed by Toy Story, which is going to be the attack on T1 into T2. So now T1 definitely possible to get the attack in, but they want to stay away from attacking on T2 because that chicane is dangerous. We've got a launch. We've got a start. With a very good launch there from Dan Gaming and also Saitama, who is pushing up in the pack. Toy Story leaving a little bit behind. Oh, and we've got a run over there from DCJ, unfortunately. Oh, whoa, that's
a very good launch as well, though, up in fourth position. Moved up to fourth position. I see Block did overtake took that fourth position back. However, we had a very, very good launch from a lot of our racers.
Oh, I do see DCJ is currently having some network difficulties. Unfortunately, having a little accident there at back. Oh, that's going to cost them a little bit.
Well.
Game Bear being the unlucky fish getting collected there as well.
That is very unlucky because Game Bear also had a very tough time the previous race. And coming in, putting up a very good qualifying time for this race. And Ace, you know how disheartening it can be if you really put up a good qualifying time and then there's just a little bit of a spin.
Oh, unfortunately there for Dan Gaming having a spin as well.
Saitama also dropping down.
Oh, there is some accidents happening here on these back ends. Not getting the cars out there fast enough or getting the brakes on the cars before the chicanes fast enough. We've got Shazam, who's definitely moving in onto Rife, looking at the overtaking opportunity there, but sticking it out, staying behind.
Shadow not far behind.
Not far behind. Rife running off, unfortunately, which leaves Gary G. Williams into the attack for that fourth position. So it's 3 cars moving in for that fourth position.
The thing is, Ace, so that what we came to know about Kerry G is he's really not afraid to wait. He will wait for the perfect moment.
Oh yeah, no, for the perfect moment to strike there. But we do have Rife, who does have the inside on Shadow, and Kerry G. Williams also, you know, just capitalizing on that overtake.
But it's neck on neck there.
It's neck on neck between Kerry G and Rife, and also we've got a confirmation that Rife and Kerry G. Williams is student and master. You know, they actually. Kerry G. Williams is teaching Rife to do some driving. So this is also very interesting to see the student and master relationship evolving here, with Rife trying to get that deep inside dive down, but Kerry G. Williams shutting it down, getting the over-under done, and securing the 4th position for himself.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. I think it was a very exciting start and first lap so far. We do see that Dan Gaming is moving up a little bit there. He's getting a bit closer to the pack. Really just maybe waiting to see if he can take that position back. And then we also do have, I think, Sonic that dropped down a little bit there.
Yeah, Sonic did drop down a little bit. I do believe having a little bit of difficulty earlier. Dan Gaming getting the move done on Shadow on the outside line there. Dan Gaming having some work on this track here, working himself way back from way behind. getting the moves done, getting the car definitely in here. Just to show again, hey, he knows this track and he's going to drive his heart out this evening.
Definitely, Ace. Definitely Rife on the defend there, keeping Dan Gaming behind him, while still trying to make up that little bit of time between himself and Kerry G. And that's the thing about Kerry G as well, Ace, that we've come to see with throughout this league.
Yep.
Is Kerry G is silent but deadly. Like, you will not see him coming, and he's already back up there in third position.
And then, of course, Shadow having a look at the inside there of Sonic, and DCJ also following very closely, looking also to attack there on Sonic. Sonic definitely trying to keep that door closed, but also struggling to keep the car on track. DCJ getting that momentum done, getting that pass on the inside, and securing that 8th position over Sonic. Shadow, of course, getting the run up and trying to get that clean air away from DCJ.
I 100% agree, Ace. I didn't think actually that he was trying to get the clean air away, but I'm going to take your word for it.
I think I just mumble jumble there for 2 seconds.
Like, I don't know how do you get clean air away from someone. However, Ace, Dan Gaming is showing us what it is to stick out through the dirty air that definitely is in front of him.
There we go. Thank you, Anomaly. And then, of course, Dan Gaming sitting on block, getting the overtake done. Again, just showing some masterclass driving here on Circuit de la Sarthe this evening.
Yeah, but he did literally come out of nowhere with that fastest lap, Ace.
Oh, he did. But again, he is showing some expertise on this track here. That's definitely working out for him.
Yeah, managing to secure that overtake there on Block. Block also, unfortunately, having dropped down a little bit there to 5th position, but a very good chance to make up these laps and to just secure yourself close enough to the podium to see if you can maybe have a pit strategy that's going to count in your favor.
Oh, we've got a runoff there from Rife, unfortunately. Trying to get the car recovered, but Sonic pulling up on the inside, getting that 8th position back for himself. Rife having a little bit of troubles there with the car. Luckily, no damage we do note. And then we also have Saitama and Game Bear here at back, who's currently trying to fight back into the race. But again, we do still have 43 minutes of this race left. There's still a lot that can happen.
Yeah, I agree, Ace. There's a lot that can happen. But what I really want to know at this moment in time, and if you can text and drive, let me know. Saitama, what happened? Why are you back there, my bro?
Ladies and gentlemen, we here at the GoodolCouch does not condone texting and driving. Please do not do this.
Yes,
it is bad.
Do not do it. Just like text to speech, speech to text.
Here we go. We do, however, note that Dan Gaming is currently running on the soft tires, which will give him that little bit of advantage. But again, these soft tires, they will fall off relatively quickly, where Kerry G. Williams currently running on the medium compound tires. But he is currently keeping Dan Gaming at bay, stating, you know what, I'm going to be on podium. I'm going to sit on the podium this evening. Thank you.
I agree, Ace. The thing is, maybe this track really just does run better with mediums. It sounds contradictory, but soft tires are not always your way to go.
Oh, no, not always. Not always. You're 100% correct there. And then also your worst nightmare is that your soft tires fall off at the back straight of the track, or the main straights of the track. It's going to be difficult to keep the car under control. We do also see here DCJ moving up to 6th position. Also, again, never give up, never surrender. You know, getting back into the positions. Unfortunately, having a 1-second penalty at this current point in time, but that's not really bad if you want to look at the grander scheme of the track.
It isn't bad, I agree, Ace. The thing is, I think it's very difficult because you can definitely see there are a little bit of network issues.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to drive through network issues specifically. And I'm wondering if that's why the penalties are racking up for DCJ as well. Because maybe when he does reconnect or that issue disappears, he's just a little bit off the track limits and it might not even be his fault.
Yeah, it's again, we call it sketchy netcode, ladies and gentlemen, and we call it sketchy netcode for a reason.
Definitely. Ace, I just want you to have a look because we completely missed this. We didn't talk about it. We haven't mentioned it once. We missed it completely. Just have a look who's there in second position, please.
We've got Shazam currently in second
From
position.
Not having a qualifying time.
Yep.
Up to second position.
That's 100% true. However, he is currently being stalked slowly but surely by Kerry G. Williams, who is currently gaining not the greatest amount of times, but he is gaining slowly but surely. Toy Story having a 0.5 second penalty to his name. Unfortunately, having a minor runoff, I do believe. But yeah, no, so this is where it gets very interesting.
What's interesting for me is we also have Shazam on the racing softs. We have Kerry G on the racing softs. And then Toy Story, is he also on the racing softs?
So Toy Story and Kerry G both is on racing mediums.
Oh, my apologies.
Shazam is currently on the racing softs. So this would be the part where the racing softs will start falling off.
Yeah.
And you will see where the racing mediums will start to shine. But again, the racing mediums will only have like 2 laps extension over the racing softs. So again,
would you say that's kind of like a fair trade-off to make?
To get the racing softs over to the racing mediums?
No, to use the racing softs, because if you only get about 2 laps extension out of the racing mediums, why not go for the racing softs and just plan your pit strategy around that then?
Oh, no. Because your pit is a total of 35 seconds.
Oh, wow.
And 35 seconds on Circuit de la Sarthe, every 35 seconds you have over everybody else will count at the end. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt that lap progression. And again, it's not that we're running 4 laps, we're running towards a end.
Yeah,
so
that
whoever
makes sense.
has that first place in the last, let's say, 55 minutes, and they've got a good tire on at that current point in time, it's going to work out for them. They're just going to get the done. They're going to get the race done.
They're just going to get the done.
They're just going to nail it, you know? Ooh.
It's going to be so good, it's just going to be the done.
Oh, Shazam, unfortunately disconnecting there.
Oh, no.
Kerry G. Williams taking that second place due to that disconnection. I wonder if that is a network issue?
Kerry G does not take second place by default. Kerry G works for it.
And we just want to point out there that we do note that Dan Gaming moving up to 3rd position once more, Sonic moving up to 4th position, you know, also deciding, you know what, I'm here to race, boys. Block in 5th positions, DCJ in 6th position, Shadow in 7th, Rife in 8th, Saitama in 9th, Game Bear in 10th, and unfortunately the DNF there for Shazam.
And then the fastest lap at the current moment is going to Dan Gaming with a 3:24.010. What a time.
Yeah, no, definitely what a time. We do have a 1.5 second penalty there for Toy Story, a 0.5 second penalty for Kerry G, and Dan Gaming following Kerry G there with no penalty, which means we're going to have a possible method of attack very soon.
Definitely. If Dan Gaming can just stick close enough, he might not only capitalize from Kerry G's 0.5 penalty, but also from Toy Story's 1.5 penalty, because that's quite a bit of a penalty to be racking up at this point in the race. Ace.
Yeah, no, especially if somebody is sticking to your rump.
You can definitely see Dan Gaming in the pursuit of that draft area there. He's literally just waiting for his moment.
He's looking at attacking there. But again, gentlemen need to work together in order to catch Toy Story currently at front. Toy Story not necessarily pulling away though, but still keeping a comfortable 5.8 second lead. We do know that Dan Gaming, again, running on the racing softs, attacking on Kerry G. Williams, who's currently on the medium tires, which is very impressive though, because these softs, they're going to start falling off now.
You can definitely see the wear kicking in a little bit there if you have a look there.
Yeah, if you compare
Okay,
the
well,
two.
that's a bit more than a little bit, though.
Yeah, that's a lot more than a little bit.
I was checking Kerry G's tires, it appears.
Gary G serving that penalty, giving Dan Gaming that second position. Dan Gaming currently moving in on the attack on Toy Story. And now he's currently moving up for 0.1 per tick on Toy Story. So that's just going to be within striking distance. But again, these soft tires, they're not going to last very long though.
No, they really aren't. However, we have seen some of our racers pull bunnies out of hats, Ace. So I think like we can predict what we think is going to happen, but I do believe that the racers will definitely throw a spanner into the works for us.
Yep. And we've got Dan Gaming, who is not going into the pits, who's chancing these tires. Gary G. Williams looking at the rub there of Dan
A
Gaming.
little bit of a butt kiss there.
Yeah, just you know, tasting if it's medium rare or well done currently.
Well, if you look at that tires, Ace, we're getting more closer to well done.
Yeah, no, the tires there on Dan Gaming, but we do see here there is clouds forming in the background there. But would it be enough for the medium compound tire to actually last long enough before the rain starts, or will the softs be enough to catch that rain?
Definitely, Ace. If the rain does start now, I'm going to say that those that were running on racing softs just made like a fantastic call.
Yeah, they made one of the best calls, you know, having that early strategy just for them to ensure that little bit of extra on top of the medium compound tires.
Before we switch over, Ace, I just wanted to mention that I've noticed Dan Gaming's tire wear, and these tires are so worn, they're well past well done. They are on congratulations now.
Congratulations, you are good.
Yeah, these tires aren't even well done. This is congratulations.
Oh wow. Oh, that's beautiful. It's priceless even. We do see here the backpack here pretty much spread out, but we do have Rife, who is currently looking at Saitama. Saitama, of course, recovering completely from that disastrous first lap, getting the move done on Game Bear and Rife both. Currently looking at attacking Shadow, but he's got 7 seconds in order to get that catch done, and that made. Normally, I just want to point out here, Dan Gaming currently running on his softs. We can't stretch this enough. He's wearing out the living hell of the softs, but he is pulling away from Kerry G. Williams at this current point in time.
That's very interesting, Ace. However, I wouldn't say completely pulling away. Kerry G is still within that striking distance. However, he is losing much more time on Dan Gaming than he would have liked to be losing at this current moment in time.
That's true.
The thing is, Ace, that they're going to have to make a call now. All of our racers on track are going to have to make a call now because we are approaching the pit lane. And if they choose not to go in this on this lap, they're going to possibly be driving a complete lap on medium tires with the rain possibly descending down upon us.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, now you see that's the important part. We do have here, we had a request to see on DCJ. DCJ is currently on the attack there, on block, who is currently getting the move done. But again, what we need to take in consideration is DCJ is having a little bit of sketchy netcode at this current point in time. He gets the move done on block, but currently having that 0.5 second penalty, which he will serve now at the penalty line coming up shortly, which will give block that opportunity to strike back.
Unless DCJ does manage to keep the defense high, which it seems is happening, Ace.
We do have block looking at the inside there. Shadow also following suit. Oh, on the outside line, DCJ blocking it off. Oh, but having that sketchy netcode running off on the track, unfortunately.
Oh no, I
Oh,
cannot imagine how frustrating it must be for DCJ this evening, Ace.
oh yeah, no, definitely. Saitama also getting the pass through,
And Rife
and
being that
Rife also
unlucky one that didn't manage to sneak through
sneak
before
through, yeah,
DCJ got back on track
track.
there. You could literally see Rife being like, no, no, no.
I want to get through, please.
Welcome
There we
there
go.
to chat, Fonzie and Johnsy.
There we go. We do have DCJ, unfortunately, losing out of those positions due to running off of track. We do again see that these guys are currently staying out on track with the weather looming over them like a pig looming over a dirt pile or a mud pile. There we go, not dirt, mud pile. We do currently have Toy Story in first position, leading with 4 seconds, followed there by Dan Gaming with a 2 point. Oh well, catching up ever so slowly. Gary G. Williams in third, following there with a 1.6. Then we've got Block in fourth position, and Shadow currently on the attack with on Block in fifth position. We're going to move over to the rest of the field shortly. We're just quickly having a look here to see if Shadow can get the move done on Block.
It seems like he is going to be making a move, Ace.
He's definitely making the move. He is on the outside of Block there. Will Block concede the position, or is it going to be a braking contest? And Shadow, unfortunately, missing the brake line, running off, giving Block the opportunity to get the over-under done and securing that fourth position once more. Saitama, unfortunately,
Oh, no.
losing out on that, losing the car on that little patch of grass. And Rife also coming through once more, almost collected there on Saitama.
Very, very good sportsmanship from Saitama there as well. Ace waiting for Rife to pass before rejoining that
Rejoining
track.
the track.
Maybe costing himself a little bit of time there. However, the respect shown for fellow racers really
shows.
warms my heart. Yes.
Yep. We do have DCJ who went into the pits first. Unfortunately, having a 3-second penalty, that's most likely due to pit lane line cutting. Currently running then again on the soft tires.
Again, pitting
not,
for soft tires.
Not afraid of the weather.
No, not yet. It doesn't seem like anyone's afraid of the weather, Ace. It's just anomaly.
Oh, well, Anomaly and Ace both. Anomaly and Ace both. We do see here the pack for first place got very tight very quickly. We've got Dan Gaming, who's extremely close to Toy Story, and Kerry G. Williams, who's extremely close to Dan Gaming. So this fight for first position is currently underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. Well within striking distance. And I won't just say first position. I'm going to put my money down for first and second position because Kerry G's not far behind.
Oh, definitely not far behind at all. We do have Dan Gaming, who's really running those softs into the dirt, but making it work for
Still
himself.
keeping that control, Ace.
That's amazing.
It really is, but it begs the question again of, do you rather risk losing time by risking a spin out on worn soft tires, or do you go and pit and take that time with the fresh tires to then follow up? However, I do think that Dan Gaming is also wondering when this weather is going to start descending upon us, and that's why perhaps he's holding out on those worn softs.
Yeah, and of course, every lap he's battling against Kerry G. Williams on those worn soft tires allows Toy Story to pull away little by little. We do have Kerry G. Williams who's currently making the move, securing that second position. But again, it's basically a run into the first corner. We do have Dan Gaming here on the outside. Basically, these two gentlemen almost neck to neck on each other. Kerry G. Williams moving back a little bit, giving a little bit of space. But is he going to get the dive done on the inside there? Nope. Still moving out, saying no thank you, we will rather battle here on the second set of straights. But Kerry G. Williams having a very good exit there and securing that second position. Dan Gaming moving into the draft instantaneously. Oh, and Kerry G. Williams getting a 1-second penalty for runoff off track there.
Yes, Ace, this is definitely the moment for Dan Gaming to start sticking upon Kerry G. However, Kerry G managing that overtake really well done. Dan Gaming's been on the defense. However, I do think that he is considering that worn soft tires versus staying on track until he needs to go pit for perhaps wet or intermediates.
That is 100% true. We do also see here that we had another pit stop here for Shadow heading in for the intermediates. So he's the one who is currently blinking first in order to see if that rain falls. We do also have Game Bear, who also went onto the intermediate set of tires, which I think personally the rain's gonna come.
Yes, it looks like it is well on its way.
Now, currently, due to the rain not falling yet, Game Bear and Shadow both running on intermediates will give DCJ that little bit of opportunity to strike back at Game Bear. Trying to get that positions back for himself currently, which we do hope he will get that secured. However, we do also hope that Game Bear will get the door shut down completely and defend his line completely. Again, we are extremely non-biased.
Definitely, Ace, and I just non-biasedly want to point out that Toy Story dethroned Dan Gaming there with the fastest lap, and Toy Story now holding it with a 3:23.071.
971. 3:23.971.
That's what I said, Ace. Listen properly.
You cannot
listen
your dyslexia
properly.
in on the races.
Listen properly.
It's a 9, not a 0. And again, now we do see here DCJ. He is catching up ever so slowly to Game Bear, and it's definitely showing off. We do have Dan Gaming and Kerry G. Williams blinking. Both of them going into pits, hopefully for intermediate tires if it starts raining. But again, anything can happen. We do see DCJ here making a move here on Game Bear, just showing that soft compound tire will work out better than the intermediate compound tire if it's not racing. Well, raining. Bloody hell. Where's my English this evening?
Oh my word, Ace, it sounds like you're dyslexic now. And the thing about that, Ace, is when life gives you lemons, you look at them and you ask, how do I make melonade?
How do you make melonade? Yes, 100% true. Oh, DCJ unfortunately having a little runoff there. We've got Shadow with a lot of clean air here in 8th position. Rife also having some clean air over Saitama there. Rife having a little unfortunate race here. Saitama and Block both coming into pits. Sonic, who's still sticking it out, he can do another lap. His fuel will allow it. Dan Gaming, who is currently on the racing mediums now. Kerry G. Williams also on the racing mediums, running for that fuel. So basically, they went into pits for fueling. Toy Story, though, running in first position, not got into the pits as of yet. Currently running out of fuel.
Yeah, that's worrying me a little bit. I don't know if his fuel's going to make it until the pit lane.
We do hope that he might be able to squeeze out that little bit, those fuel gallons, just those few gallons.
Just that little bit of a fuel waft there behind him, like a little bit of a car fart. If he runs out of fuel, he's not going to have to get out and push, Ace.
That is true. He currently has a 48-second lead over Kerry G. Williams and Dan Gaming currently following with 7 seconds. But again, Dan Gaming filled up his car completely. Kerry G. Williams only said, you know what, I'm only filling up halfway through. I'm thinking it's going to start raining. I'll rather refuel when it rains.
That also makes sense, Ace. I do think that the weather conditions on this track this evening is making it hard for our racers to gauge what they do want to do with their pit strategy specifically.
Yeah, that's 100% true. And also we can see a little bit of a reflection there on track, which means it's definitely humidifying up a little bit. Which tells me the rain is coming soon.
We've said that like 7 hours ago.
Yeah, right. Then we do have a block here and Shadow currently attacking here on block. Well, not attacking as of yet, but in striking distance in order to get a position over block. But let's see if Shadow can make it work. Unfortunately, having a little runoff and getting a little bit of airborne there due to cones.
Oh.
But Shadow getting the car back on track quick enough. Toy Story actually making it to the pits there.
Well done, Toy Story. You had me worried there for a second, birdie.
Of course, of course. And Shadow, unfortunately, not getting enough time in enough time there to block in order to get a pass secured here on the back end. But again, they've got another long straight to run down and then running into the S's here at the back. I want to say it's the Senna S's, but I'm not 100% sure. The main thing I know about this track is the 1999 Mercedes flip.
Oh, wow, Ace. Oh, wow. Do you think we're going to see anyone flip this evening?
Well, we almost saw a Shadow going airborne, so that's very reminiscent of the 1999 Mercedes flip.
Or are they just going to be flipping their lids, Ace?
Also possible. We do see Sonic here also getting into the pits, now currently on lap 8. That he made his tires live through, and also nursing that fuel to get to that 4th position currently.
I don't thank you there for the flashlight flashes block. We see you, we see you.
Yeah, we see you, buddy.
But what I do think, Ace, is I don't necessarily think that this track is hard track-wise. What makes this track so hard, I believe, is the fact in having to gauge your tire wear and your fuel in the essence of how you do it. Because if I can use Toy Story as an example, I thought he was going to run out of fuel. However, he just made it.
Yeah.
So if you are able to gauge your distance and your fuel usage and your tire usage on this track, I do believe that in tonight's race, because it's not a lap race but rather a time race, that is going to be really beneficial.
It's going to be the key. And again, you just need to make sure you stay within that 35-second gap in order to get the position in there, as we can see demonstrated here by Block, who currently got that position, as well as Shadow and DCJ and Saitama over Sonic. But now what these gentlemen need to take in consideration is Sonic went in, he got himself a set of racing softs. He is currently running these tires fresh. Well, he's got a fresh set of tires. DCJ unfortunately having a little run off, giving Saitama that little bit of gap to get the move done on him. But again, DCJ clearly not giving up as of yet. We are going to see a 3-way battle into the first deadly chicane, as I call it, on Circuit de la Sarthe.
Whoop whoop. Not for the deadly part, but whoop whoop.
We do see here, it's very single-filed, which is very good. Whoever gets the best exit here will get the position done, and it does look like Saitama is currently capitalizing on that late braking in order to get the car carried over through that chicane. And he's currently right next to Shadow, moving in on the outside for the second chicane. DCJ looking at this, being, well, seeing it as, okay, whoever makes the first move, I'm going to capitalize. And he currently does over Shadow, getting that 6th position. Saitama getting the move done. DCJ again not giving up as of yet, and getting that 5th position over Saitama currently. Getting the work done, securing that 5th position. It does look like DCJ's network is currently stabilizing a little bit.
Oh,
He's
that's
not,
fantastic, Ace.
you know, wiggling all over the track at this current point in time, which is a good thing. We do have a little wide run there, which is going to give Saitama that little bit of extra
power that he needed there.
Not power, but the better exit in order to keep up with DCJ here on the flip straight, as I can call it.
What we also need to take into consideration, Ace, is that DCJ has been driving with that network issues. He's been picking up penalties on each lap so far, some laps even multiple penalties, and still with that and the frustration of having network issues, being able to pull up there to position number 5.
That is 100% true. And now we do see here Sonic currently in 8th position, not having any penalties at this current point in time, capitalizing on everybody who currently has those penalties. Looking at the back end there of Saitama, Saitama looking at the back end of DCJ, this is one hectic battle for 5th position.
It seems like DCJ is using a controller, Ace.
Oh, he's using a controller. Well done.
Well done.
Oh, that definitely shows some craftsmanship and skill.
It really does, Ace. But that's actually something that I really like is the amount of...
having a little run off there, DCJ. Sonic trying to capitalize on the outside there, getting the move done. But again, it was just an unfortunate run off there for DCJ.
Unfortunately there, Ace. Oh. Also, I do see that penalty there on Saitama at the current moment. Do you mind quickly having a look at his follow that he has?
He's currently chasing block with 9.3 seconds. So there's a big gap in between 1 to 3. Well, 1 to 3 is currently, enjoying the clean air at front.
Yeah.
Block following with a 53 seconds. And then 8 seconds from him, it's going to be Saitama. So there is big gaps on this track currently. But again, anything can happen, It can just be one little slip-off.
Do we know how much time we have left on our hour?
We do have 25 minutes left on the clock.
Okay, Ace, 25 minutes. There's still a lot that can happen. We have seen in a couple of minutes that these guys do have the skill to be able to pull up and to lessen that follow time. And what I am seeing, Ace, is that the guys are managing to drive in kind of like packs this evening.
Yeah, in groups.
Yeah, in groups.
Game Bear unfortunately having a minor incident there that's currently going to allow Shadow and Rife both to catch up little by little to Game Bear. Apologies there, Anomaly. I just also want to point out here to everybody, as you can see, it's getting darker. It's going into nighttime, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my word, Ace. Possible rain, possible nighttime. What is wrong with you?
Exactly, right? There's a lot happening on this track here tonight.
There's a lot happening on this track, everyone.
It's almost like the track is alive.
It's almost like the track is alive, everyone. Sorry, I had to commit, Ace, because I said the first one the same as you, so then I thought it's going to be funny. Ha ha ha.
We do currently have here Rife, who is sitting in 9th position over Shadow. Shadow following with 6 seconds on Rife. I do believe Shadow having a little bit of a spin out. Rife currently chasing there on Game Bear. But Game Bear, sitting comfortably in 8th position. Not necessarily going too wacky, too wild. He's running on the intermediate set of tires though.
But
still running the intermediate tires, and the track's still dry.
The track is still dry, Ace. I feel comfortable in saying that the rain is not going to come down on us. If I were these guys, I would maybe plan a bit accordingly. You can see Kerry G having gone into pit lane there.
Yeah.
Pitting for the mediums, I believe, or is he taking off the mediums?
I do believe he is... I think he's going to stick on another set of mediums.
I do believe that might be a very smart choice, Ace. On this track and in these conditions, it gives you, as racer, I think the fairest chance overall.
Oh, but to stay on...
to just keep...
the mediums,
to stay on the attack, to stay on the defense, to try to make up some time, and to keep
Just
your
to make
car
it work.
straight on the road.
Oh yeah, no, that's 100% fair. Kerry G. Williams coming out of the pits. Currently, he placed soft tires on. So again, these gentlemen, they do have the weather radar. I don't know if the weather cleared. It looks like the weather cleared, possibly.
If there's anyone that has, or that's sitting with one of our racers, or that's checking the onboard camera there, let us know if the weather is cleared. We need to know how to plan our commentary.
Yeah, right. we're trying to do, guess the weather.
Definitely. Yeah, Ace, I just want to mention that we did clock in a little bit of a faster lap time there. Toy
Yeah.
Story with a 3:23. I think it's
8:51, yeah.
8:51.
3:23, 8:51, yes.
Ace, let me think. Let me think. I was saying I think.
Oh, you think?
Let me think finish.
Let you think finish.
Yes.
Currently, Dan Gaming are putting up a purple sector. I do believe this is going to be sector 4 currently. So he's also contending to get up much better lap times in order to possibly catch Toy Story. Toy Story, unfortunately, having a runoff there. Oh boy, having a little slide. You know, again, it's getting dark. It's getting nighttime.
But
The track's gonna get cold.
There's no lights on this track, Ace.
No, there is no lights on this track. That's what makes this track more
Then how
interesting.
are we supposed to see anything?
We are going to look at lights going around in circles. But then, of course, what we need to take in consideration, it's getting nighttime now. The track's going to get cooler. It's not going to be as grippy. So with that, you know, guys need to strategize their tires accordingly.
Definitely.
Oh.
Sorry, Ace, I yawned.
Oh well, nice one. We do have another purple sector there to Dan Gaming, who is edging ever so closer to Toy Story there. This is going to be one interesting fight if Dan Gaming can get that done, dodging the debris there on track.
Nice, nice. Ace, why don't you run us through our grid at the current moment?
Oh, I'm going to do that shortly, just confirming if it's going to be a faster lap time. Oh, misses it out by 0.154.
Oh,
We currently do have Toy Story in first position, Dan Gaming in second position. In third position, our birthday boy, Kerry G. Williams. In fourth position, it's going to be Block. In fifth position, it is going to be Saitama. In sixth, it's DCJ. Currently in seventh position, our tomorrow birthday boy, Sonic. And then it's going to be Rife in 8th position, working his way up slowly but surely on the echelon. Game Bear also who got pit in with Rife, both running on Racing Soft tires, currently in 9th position. Shadow currently in 10th position with Racing Soft tires.
so it seems like most of our racers decided to pit for those Racing Softs, Ace.
Oh yeah, no, I would highly recommend that they do. Main reason being is that, again, the track's gonna get colder, and when it gets colder, your harder compounds, they're not going to stick on the track as much as you'd like.
Why, Ace? Give us the full scientific breakdown, please.
Have you ever worn rubber in your life?
No, usually I just proceed without warning rubber.
So you're not warming up rubber. You've never warmed up rubber in your life. Anyway, if you warm up rubber, it gets sticky.
Okay.
And if it's not sticky in the sense of glue, but sticky in the sense of you can't necessarily like make it slide. It's gonna roll.
Anomaly imagining myself cosplaying Ursula from Little Mermaid here with like burnt rubber. You are not a latex girl.
Ah!
Whoppa. Persephone, are you speaking from experience there, girl?
But yeah, no, so the warmer the rubber, the more stickier it gets. And the harder the rubber, the less stickier it is.
I see that little face of innocence there in the chat. Oh, unfortunate penalty there for
DCJ,
DCJ. And was it not Rife
Rife
as well?
also with
Yeah.
a 0.5.
I saw the one that was on Rife, and then you're like, no, it's on DCJ.
Oh, well, that too. We do have Game Bear currently following there with a 136. That's almost 2 pits behind, but not being lapped as of yet, which is a good thing. Shadow currently following there on Game Bear. Trying to get very close to him. He's not necessarily falling too far behind, but he is currently still sticking with it, and with that, getting the job done. We do see here Toy Story. Oh no, I do believe there was lapping done
Yeah,
We just missed the lapping.
Yeah, I think there was lapping done, Ace. I just wanted to say.
We just missed the lapping completely.
It
Wow.
was because, Ace, you were talking about latex.
Latex and rubber. And talk about latex and rubber, ladies and gentlemen. You will get confused.
Just something funny for everyone before Ace continues on with race talk. I literally just got a notification on my phone from our weather service warning us about rain.
Wait, you actually got a notification?
Yeah, I've got a rain notification just now from the weather app on my phone.
Oh wow.
So that's a little bit of I think a funny tidbit for our viewers there.
An interesting one though, because we're expecting rain. We're expecting rain in race.
Yes, we've been waiting for this rain, guys. We've been waiting.
Why every time are we waiting for rain like
because Ace, it determines a lot. It determines not only your strategy but also your confidence, because let's say you are not the best at driving in rain and you know there's rain coming, Ace, you're going to get nervous and you're going to make mistakes. And then you get your guys that's really adept at driving in rain and they're waiting for the rain to come in order to capitalize on that nervousness and those mistakes.
That is 100% true. That is 100% correct.
I know, anomaly speaks nothing but the truth.
So help you, Laurdy.
Ace, why are you laughing like that? Ace laughing there, sitting like, no. She says she can drive well.
Right.
That's not the truth.
Who knows about the truth? We do see here Sonic following very closely there to Saitama, which is going to end up into a very, very, very close battle there between the two of them, moving up into T1, moving over to T2, which we do see here, no move being made as of yet. So it looks like Sonic is just backing off a little bit there.
Yeah, he's just
from Saitama.
He's keeping a comfortable distance. Ace, he's maybe one of those guys that's waiting for the hookup.
There we go. So currently we just get this done. Sorry.
It's okay, Ace. You can let me take over for a bit. I never get to say anything because you are too great of a commentator. So let me take over there for a little bit. What's my controls?
Up, down.
Up, down. Unfortunately, I do see that little 0.5 penalty that was just awarded to Saitama there. These track limits are really, really difficult for these guys this evening, Ace. We do have Block just lessening that follow time little bit by bit by bit, hoping to still catch up to Kerry G there in 4th position. A really great race having come from Block this evening as well. He started out really well, and I do believe that a couple of our racers experienced a little bit of unfortunate runoffs and track limits penalties. So having recovered from that very, very well. Then we do have Kerry G still here in 3rd position, keeping a comfortable follow. He does have a comfortable lead as well. He can literally feel free to just and feel comfortable to just cruise through this. We have both Toy Story and Dan Gaming going into pit. Ace on number 1 and on number 2 going into pit. We're going to have a look at what tires they come out with. We do have 15 minutes or 14 minutes left on this 1 hour race. So if the guys really wanted to lessen that follow time and to gain some positions, now is the time to do it. I do believe, Ace, that it's hard not seeing the lap counter. Apologies, everyone. I really think not seeing the lap counter makes it a little bit harder to gauge your follow.
Yeah.
We do have Kerry G having gone into pit there. I thought we were going to have a battle there for 3rd, 4th and 2nd.
We do see here Toy Story popping out on wet tires, complete wet tires. Oh, there we go. Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. Do 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 do. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have our poll up for 10 minutes. Who you would vote for your driver of today this evening?
Yeah, so our current options is Dan Gaming, Block, Kerry G. Williams, DCJ, and Sonic. So yeah, please be sure to go and vote for your driver of the day, who you think did really, really well. Is it okay if I say something about each of the options, Ace?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, just interrupt me if you see something exciting happening. It
Okay.
seems Anomaly is going to check the something exciting as well. So, okay, let's see how this goes, everyone. Ooh. Oh, okay. I think it's a lap. Okay, no, it's fine. I thought we had a little bit of a competition here for first position. However, the follow between Dan Gaming and Toy Story is not that much. So we might possibly be seeing Dan Gaming actually competing for that first position there. If only they can get past I do believe it's Shadow, or it was Game Bear. Yes. Apologies, everyone. I had to check. I'm used to Ace having like the controls, and I'm just reading everything like the passenger princess that I am. So if we can have a look at everyone that's up for the driver of the day quickly. Dan Gaming coming in out of nowhere, just taking that opportunity to put up the fastest lap, qualifying in first position. He had a little bit of trouble there on the pull away lap, having recovered excellently from it, back up to second position. Our second option for driver of the day is Block. And boy, did Block drive a very good, consistent race this evening. He definitely went from having a tough start. I think most of our races had a tough start, to showing us that consistency is key throughout this entire process. Currently in position number 4, having fought really hard to get closer to these podium runners. Our third option for our driver of the day is Kerry G. Williams, just showing us again what it means to have a plan and to execute it perfectly. Having dropped down, unfortunate yellow flag here as well, everyone. I wonder who it is. Oh, Game Bear, unfortunately. We could just catch that little glimpse there. I wonder what happened. Oh, Ace yelled here at me. Well, not yelled, but he informed me. He informed me that it is the soft tires on the wet road that's making it almost, as you guys can see, it's making it impossible for Game Bear to actually drive this race any further. So I'm hoping that he can get to the pit lane in time to just put on some wet tires as well. Then our next option for our driver of the day is DCJ, a very well-deserved option there for driver of the day, having driven with that sketchy netcode and the penalties racking up because of it. That's probably not even his fault, and still managed to get himself up to 7th position. He led the middle pack there in 5th position for quite some time, just showing us what determination can mean in a race like this. And then our last option for our driver of the day is our birthday boy Sonic, with a 1.08 lead on DCJ. There we might still be seeing a little bit of competition here for 6th position. Our tomorrow birthday boy Sonic, our league creator and owner as well. Very, very well deserved, a very consistent driver, just showing us that consistency is key, and showing up really does work. So yeah, everyone, that is our options for driver of the day. Remember to please put your votes in there. The poll seems to be up for another 5 minutes or so, so hopefully we can get some votes in. If you don't feel like voting, you are more than welcome to DM us. We do take that into consideration as well. But I mean, the poll is up. If you don't want to say hi, which really offends me, because hi everyone. The poll really is there. Game Bear able to go into the pits there to put on some wet tires and hopefully continue with this race.
Yeah, of course, ladies and gentlemen, show the boys some love there also in the voting section. And then, Game Bear getting the car at least into the pits, trying to salvage the race a little bit there for himself. Gary G. Williams currently following Dan Gaming there with 22 seconds. Gary G. Williams running on intermediates. However, I do see here the track's going to start aquaplating. So it's going to be a little hard to keep control of the car on the intermediate.
It's going to be very hard, Ace.
Tire.
It's going to be almost as hard as trying to keep control on like a medium or a hard tire on this road. So hopefully there's something that Kerry G can still do about this.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. And then Block still running a very steady 4th position there. You know, consistency is key. We can't necessarily argue with that. And it's beautiful to see a clean drive like such in this league, also within the current conditions. It's extremely hard to keep the car on track currently. Again, it's middle of the night. Oh, and we do have a little runoff there. As I wanted to say, it is nighttime, it is storming, the track is cold, there's no grip. So brake early and get the corners done.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. These weather conditions really is hard to drive in. It's evening as well. This last 7 minutes of this race is really going to be tiring for our drivers.
We do see a little bit of light coming up there in the background there, which means the sun will be rising. Yes, it is a pseudo 24-hour simulation, so the sun will set and rise within this race. As it would in a 24-hour race, just to give it that little bit of, Le Mans feel to the race. But we do currently have 6 minutes left on the clock in order to see, these guys cross the finish line. We do have Toy Story currently lapping here for Rife, unfortunately. Rife also on the wet tires, Shadow on the wet tires, Game Bear on the wet tires. So everybody pretty much on the wet tires except for Kerry G. Williams, and I also noted Sonic and DCJ on intermediates. So they're going to have a tough time with the track aquaplating as such.
But I must say, well done to all 3 of them for keeping their cars on the road and straight and ready.
Yeah, straight and true as they could, hey?
Definitely. Just a quick last reminder there for everyone. There seems to be about 2 minutes left on that ball. Please be sure to go and vote for your driver of the day.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Please do, ladies and gentlemen. And then, of course, we do see here Saitama approaching that penalty line, serving that 0.5 penalty, which will give Sonic a little bit of a chance to catch up, but not necessarily close enough to see any attacks coming in soon. But now, again, as we can look at the podium setters, Toy Story, Dan Gaming, and Kerry G. Williams currently comfortably sitting in the podium positions. They do currently have... one hell of a lead, one hell of a race though.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. I'm hoping that the poll for the driver of the day changes a little bit, because at the current moment, Ace, we do have a freeway tie.
Oh, a 3-way tie.
A freeway tie.
Oh, we've got a second vote there now for DCJ, I do see, yeah? So, I don't think anymore.
Then mine is not updating, Ace.
Oh, Kerry G. Williams going sideways, but keeping the car straight.
Well done.
Demonstrating for us what he can do with car sideways at this current point in time. Oh, wow. So the final stages of this race. What can we say, Anomaly? It's been one hell of a doozy. It's been a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's been a very emotional race, Ace. I don't know about you. I need to calm down. I'm full of adrenaline now. But yeah, so it's been a difficult race, I believe. However, the drivers, having just kept their wits about them very fantastically and pushed through this race, not only with determination but as well as very good sportsmanship and spirit. So definitely one for the books to remember, Ace.
Yep, that's 100% true. We do also see here Saitama edging ever so closer to block at this current point in time. There might be a possibility for Saitama in order to catch up to block and possibly get a pass in, but he currently only have 3 minutes in order to get that done, or 3 minutes before the finish line to get that done. And if we do currently look at where their positions are on track, he's going to have basically 1.5 lap left in order to get this overtake on block done to secure that 4th position. And that 4th position equals points, and very good points that he would love to have.
Yeah, and since our driver standings are really close, everyone, our drivers should be aiming to take as best a position as they can in order to secure some driver points.
Oh yeah, no, that's 100% true. It's scary. It's very scary. It's very scary to see the league currently, how it's unfolding. Kerry G. Williams currently having a 20-point lead over Sonic. You know, Toy Story edging ever so closer as well, and Dan Gaming also just getting himself up in there. But Dan Gaming, of course, joining the league halfway through the first season. You know, this is just going to be very good points for him, just to edge himself also out of that lower bracket.
Definitely,
to
Ace.
maybe position himself, I believe, 4th or 5th.
Yeah, to just get up there, which is really
5th.
Yeah, which is really, really good for someone who joined the league as late as he did.
As he did, yes, that's 100% true. And then we do also see here Saitama block once again, not getting that attack in as of yet. But it is getting closer. It is ever getting closer. Saitama edging not necessarily 0.1 per tick, but he is edging very closer. And also Saitama having a very good exit there, which is going to put him into drafting distance of block, which will give him the opportunity to get the strike done.
Do you think he's going to capitalize on that, Ace?
Oh, I most certainly do think he's going to capitalize on it. Again, they've got 1 minute, so they will cross the finish line within time. But again, it is going to be very hard to say if the fight is necessarily going to be pushed through on the last lap, if Saitama will be able to catch up. Again, block is very steady, very stable at this current point in time in track. So it all just depends if Saitama is hungry enough to get that position done.
Definitely, Ace. It is really going to depend upon that. However, I do see that block did get a 0.5 penalty just now. This might be the opportunity that Saitama waited for. Hopefully, he can still get to that penalty line in order to do that overtake.
Yep, and now we've got 15 seconds left on the clock, which means that Sonic will be crossing the finish line first, and then it's going to be race over for him, which then leaves Saitama and Block to duke it out. So they're going to be the last drivers over the line after the finishing flag crosses the line. So we can just confirm there for Sonic running over the finishing line first.
Ace, but who won then?
No. It's not that he won. He's over the finish line in 6th position.
Yes, but who won?
The checkered flag is flying now.
Okay, but who won? Was it Toy Story?
No, well, they still need to duke it out. Anything can still happen to the front runners. The front 5 runners still duking it out on the last lap.
I don't understand. I don't understand, Ace.
There we go. So now we do currently have Sonic crossing for that checkered flag. And it is currently race over with Game Bear following suit.
Okay, but did Sonic win then?
No. He finished in 6th position. So the rest of the drivers still have their time to finish the race.
Okay, only 1 until 5 to determine position.
To determine position, yes, that's 100% true. DCJ crossing the line in 7th position. Rife currently moving in ever so closer to the finishing line in 8th position, and Shadow also going to cross that line then in 9th position. All just depends if Rife can keep the car steady and straight through here.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. So I
Toy
do
Story
think.
crossing the line in 1st position. Dan Gaming coming in. Gary G. Williams following suit, but not enough time for him to catch up to Dan Gaming. So we do have Toy Story who finished in 1st position. Dan Gaming moving in now on the final set of chicanes on Circuit de la Sarthe, Le Mans, in order to get his 2nd position, his podium for the evening.
I feel like all of our races deserve a whoop whoop this evening,
Oh,
though,
yeah,
Ace.
no,
This was a
definitely.
tough race.
Gary G. Williams also moving in on the start-finish straight to get that 3rd position in. Now, that only leaves Saitama and Block, but Saitama getting the move done on Block in time. Block currently edging so closer to the penalty line, which will leave Saitama with the opportunity to secure that 4th position at this current point in time. Unfortunate there for Block.
That's heartbreaking for Block, Ace. However, fantastic for Saitama.
Yeah, Saitama fighting it through, seeing that 4th position, also getting himself those points. Unfortunate once again for Block. But again, that's racing and anything can happen in racing.
Anything can happen.
At this current point, it's racing their dream.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. I do believe that Saitama will be crossing over this finishing line or this checkered flag in the 4th position. With
Block going sideways a little bit there at the back. Oh, still having a little bit of sideways issues.
Yeah, a little
with
bit
his
of
car.
sliding issues there. However, he will be following suit in 5th position.
Yep, unfortunately, Saitama crossing the line now, I do believe. Yes, there we go. Crossing the line in 4th position, which leaves us off with Block in 3rd position. Oh my good golly cow. 18 laps of Circuit de la Sarthe, everybody.
Woo!
Woo!
That sounded so enthusiastic, Anomaly.
Oh, wow, that was beautiful. Let me just quickly save the replay there. Thank you, before I forget it again. So let's quickly have a look at the results of the race for this evening.
Perfect, Ace.
Oh, Toy Story clocking in a 2nd penalty, so he actually got another 1 second penalty before crossing the finish line. So Toy Story in 1st position, Dan Gaming in 2nd position, Kerry G. Williams in 4th, Saitama in 5th, Block in... wow, I got English.
Saitama in 4th position, followed there by Block in 5th position. Sonic pulling it up there in for the mid to late pack in 6th position. DCJ following suit there in 7th position, with Rife pulling it up in 8th position, leading the backpack into this grid. Shadow in 9th position, followed there by Game Bear in 10th position, and then that very, very unfortunate disconnect and DNF there for Shazam, who I think would have made some waves this evening.
Oh yeah, that was definitely making some waves. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be race 7, Le Mans. What a race.
Whoop, whoop.
But don't go anywhere. We are currently going to do the prep for the post-race interview. So,
yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. Be ready to hear from your racers shortly and join us in a couple of seconds.
See you soon.
Welcome back to post race interview prep, everyone. And just get our back up in the one. And it's like we are. Welcome back, everyone. So, yeah, our driver of the day voted for was definitely BCJ. So, well done and congratulations. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find him and to invite him to this post race interview. However, a lot of congratulations. I do believe it was quite the driving with the and the as a um I should keep in. So once more, a little bit of congratulations to our driver of the day. Okay, so A6 have a sound like a man grandstands. Currently invites him. Actually, I really, really would. Like I mentioned, it must have been quite the driving with a lot of and just managing to come back from that win. Like I apologies. In fact, wasn't only the fact that he did have the itchy neck, but because of that, racking up a bunch of track limit, and he did manage to come back from that the mid pack there in quite some dropping down to how having moved up from spot 7th, amazing. And as we our driver of the day definitely does not how you really did. Once again, congratulations. Now we but help me place my apology. Welcome, congratulations. Welcome concert. Having a
Oh, sorry. One sec. I don't know what's going on here. What?
Okay, Persephone, is that better? Let me know. Welcome, Kerry G, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, no. So this post race interview is very, very interesting this evening. But in any way, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And secondly, congratulations on the third position. How was the race for you, buddy?
Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. But yeah, I could say I just had a couple of festivities there just before the race, so I wasn't really. My head wasn't 100% in it, but it was a good race nevertheless.
No, it was definitely a good race. So I do take it the festivities was, of course, for your birthday. And I hope it
Correct,
was a
yeah.
good one at least.
It was. Yeah, I was really thoroughly enjoying it.
No, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So, Kerry G. Williams, having a very good battle there for first position here halfway through the race. Yourself, Toy Story, and Dan Gaming, all three trying to push each other to the limits. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Me personally, it just felt like it was a very quiet race. You know, there was just gaps between everybody, and I just tried to hold my position as best as possible.
Yeah, no, and position held. I just want to point out position held. You had a very comfortable there over fourth position. I do believe that racked up to 40 seconds in total at the end. So that was one hell of a lead, buddy.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, Dan Gaming really did actually came out of nowhere, gave me quite a surprise when he took second place. But good on him. I'm glad to see that there's other drivers stepping up as well.
Yeah, no, himself also, having that unfortunate start, but definitely working his way through the pack. Very impressive from. But also from yourself, there was a few times where we were catching the car on your intermediate tires, going sideways, but getting the car back on track. Is there some drifting mechanics that we need to know of?
No, I mean, well, I'm running the same settings as everybody else, but I started drifting before I started racing.
You see, there it is. There it is. You've drifted before you raced, so it clearly shows.
Yeah.
There we go. Kerry G. Williams, do you have anything you want to say out there to the fans?
Oh, just thank you for watching. Really appreciate the fans. Just thank you for your support.
Fantastic. Once again, happy birthday, Kerry G. Go celebrate it. Enjoy your evening. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Everyone, we haven't been able to yet locate our second position for the evening, so we are going to move on to our third position, our first position. Ace, I know. I know. Ace is like playing charades here, and I'm like, they're making me nervous. Everyone, please help me welcome our winner for this evening, Toy Story. Welcome, Toy Story, and congratulations. Welcome, Toy Story.
Hi.
Congratulations on that win there. You went in with a can-do, take-no-nonsense attitude, and it worked in your favor.
Thank you. It was a very, very tough race.
I can imagine with the weather conditions, the evening time being thrown in. How did you manage to keep your lead so well and your head about you?
I think just with the whole 1 hour endurance, it's all about mental capacity, and somehow I kept mine. I don't know how, but I'm glad to see players like Dan Gaming stepping up and really giving me a challenge, pushing me further. So I'm appreciative of that.
That was quite the competition between you two. Both of you coming from a very medium to toughish start there at the beginning of the race, and just pulling away, being like, no, you've got this, don't stress.
Yeah, it was at that stage. It was just like run away and run fast.
No, definitely, Toy Story. We've noticed that gap you built up early in the race. That was very beautifully done, pointing it out there. And also, we were expecting rain earlier in the race, but clearly not coming. And then yourself just running those medium compound tires to its utmost limit, and also your fuel. You almost ran out of fuel.
You gave Anomaly a heart attack.
I'm sorry, guys, but that's kind of my thing now. I think that's my signature move.
Yeah, no, that definitely running your if it's not your tires, you're running to the dirt. You're running your fuel almost to desert levels. Camel going to die in the desert type of thing.
Yeah, it was actually all part of my pit strategy that I had. So I tried to do at least 3 pit stops, and I think I got that right. So with the mediums, it was just pushing that little bit further, seeing what the weather was going to throw out. And when I saw it was going to pass us, I was like, okay, no. Let's go in now. These tires are done.
Okay. So the weather just flew over your head.
Yeah.
Well, earlier in the race. But yeah, no, it was still an excellent display there. And then also, Toy Story, this definitely will give you those points to edge ever so closer to that podium in the Grand Championships. But again, Kerry G. Williams also pulling away little by little, but you guys itching ever so closer to the point standings. So yeah, no, it's going to be a tough one for the last 2 races.
Yeah, definitely. Last week was not my finest race. Like I said, I don't really like. I think it was Mount Panorama.
Yeah, Bathurst, Mount Panorama.
I'm looking forward to the next few races and the challenges that's coming up because we have some strong players in the team, and just having that competition really just pushes you to go further and beyond what you thought was capable.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. No, again, beautiful run, beautiful race there, buddy. So Toy Story, just want to ask there, do you have anything you want to point out there to the fans?
Guys, thank you for all the support. Thank you for supporting the Good Old Couch as well as the crew. I appreciate it. And if you guys want to join in, please join in. Get in touch with the Good Old Couch or with Sonic, and they'll add you in.
Thank you so much there, Toy Story. If it was dependent on me, I wouldn't dare drive against you guys. Again, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you so much. See you guys.
Bye. Everyone, we did manage to locate our second place for the evening. Please help me welcome Dan Gaming. Welcome, Dan Gaming, and congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
There we go, buddy. What a race. Had one hell of a start, though.
Yeah, wasn't expecting to go off track so quickly.
Yeah, well, you had one heck of a start. However, I told everyone you ran those first set of tires of yours well past well done. You ran them until congratulations. So what was happening with your strategy there?
So I was expecting rain much earlier. I was expecting one pit, then switching over to wets, and then just running the tank until I can't go any further.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, well, look, yourself running those softs, as I like to call running them into the dirt, and still keeping up with the front back there, that's definitely a display of much needed skill. And then, of course, just showing that on your second race for the MSG League, you're definitely here to stay. You're here to turn some heads.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's very impressive. Though.
And definitely you're already starting out to be a fan favorite, Dan Gaming. You got some votes for Driver of the Day there as well, some fan love coming your way. So we're really looking forward to seeing you next week. How are you going to prepare for that race?
The same way we do every time. As soon as they release the settings, we can get to the track.
And as you get on the track, you're going to drive it until Tuesday. Thursday. Sorry, my English is quite ruined this evening. Dan Gaming, do you have anything you want to say out there to the fans?
No, just keep watching. Things are heating up, yeah.
It's just going to get more and more interesting. But yeah, no. So I just want to say thank you very much to Dan Gaming yourself as well. And then may you have one spectacular afternoon.
Thanks, and to everyone else.
Cheerios, mate.
Cheers.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Race 7. Dramatic start, but a very beautiful ending.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. This race had us on the edge of our seats. We were wondering what's happening with the tire wear. I must say, congratulations to all of our racers. It really was a difficult feat this evening. And definitely some great driving and great sportsmanship coming there from all of our racers. Again, just a little bit of a shout out there. If you guys do want to see the onboard view and camera, hear the chats about from all of our races. Have a look at what it's like seeing these races through the drivers' perspectives. Have a look there at Sonic42. He is the league creator and the league owner. You can have an onboard experience with Sonic over there. And then a little bit of anomaly marketing there. Remember to join us for the Chaos stream coming up half an hour after the end of this stream. We look forward to having some couch chaos with you guys. Remember to stay hydrated. Remember to practice some self-care and self-love. It is Friday after all. What can I say? Ace, take it away.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's not necessarily a good night, but it is a so long for now. So this is going to be me, myself, Ace 555, MLR the coach.
Ow!
Oh, wow. I was expecting she's going to sit back, so I smacked her with a mic.
I'm a sore anomaly.
She's a sore anomaly, everybody. Please be good, stay safe, be well, and good